Hey, howdy. The Olympics. It's kind of interesting now, isn't it? I mean, a couple of things has changed in my life, at least. The Olympics now, instead of watching the sport, I watch for who's really a man and who's really a woman, who's identifying as what today. I mean, there's at least two instances in boxing, at least, that men masquerading as women, I guess, have been engaged in the sport. I mean, wow. This is mixed up like a dog's breakfast. It truly is. I mean, morons identify as liberal, and it's liberalism that has caused all of this. I mean, men are men and women are women. For heaven's sakes, how hard can this be? I remember when men were men and women are glad they were, but it's changing. Another thing that I look for is I used to look at girls, pretty girls, and look at their legs and stuff. I mean, that's kind of a man thing. Right now, I look at them just to see how many tattoos they have. I'm just sharing with you. Now, let's talk about the election coming up. More craziness in the U.S. of A. You know, the Minnesota governor, he's now running for the vice president position. He's an interesting guy. I mean, he's got rigid flexibility. With guns, the NRA years ago said, we like you, so they gave him a high rating, and he donated money to them and all kinds of neat stuff. And then one day there was a shooting, and he did a total reversal. And he's done this with so many other things. I mean, why did you think there'd never be a shooting from bad guys shooting good guys? I mean, he's got rigid flexibility, as I said, and it's kind of interesting stuff, so we'll see what happens. But he is the running mate now, and I guess if you read his stuff, he's certainly far more right-wing than the current vice president, so we'll kind of see where that goes. I mean, to be a strong supporter of one thing and then switch over and support the opposite end of it, particularly when you've had endorsements, not just with guns, there's other issues as well, or other things, other items. Canada, that country, it's a socialist country. I mean, I often use healthcare as the biggest, bestest thing for, Canada and / socialism, because, of course, I'm not in favor of socialism, but if you are a socialist, for heaven's sakes, do it properly. Like their healthcare system in Canada, there's weight limits and you line up to get surgery of any kind. If you need a knee replacement or an MRI, it can take a year. It can take 2 years. I mean, if you can't even do that correctly when you're taking people's money, stealing people's money, and you can't even go and buy an MRI machine or organize how to look after the people whose money you took, what good are you? Instead, you take the money and you give it to other countries for homosexual causes and abortion causes and all of that. I mean, that's how screwed up they are. But anyway, now they seem to always do this. They increase the number of write-ins. They're so out of whack. There's now 343 write-ins. That's zillions of dollars. I mean, each write-in consists of an elected official and support staff and expenses and so on. The country doesn't need 343, probably needs 200. There's at least 143 of them that could be deleted and you'd never miss them. Oh, you would. You would know that they were gone because there'd be more money that wasn't spent. I mean, more bureaucrats. And that's what socialist countries do, socialist people. Let's confuse people again more with red tape and more bureaucracy. And that's what they do. I mean, I think the Trudeau government has hired more than 40 or increased by 40% the number of federal employees. And this just kind of adds more to it. I mean, I repeat myself, but morons identify as liberals. Rah, rah, rah. Okay, I got a sick joke to end the day. My daughter said it's a dad's joke, maybe. Did you all hear about the fellow who lost his left leg and a left arm in a car accident? He's all right now. See ya.